So thank you, Mikko. So hello everyone, this is me, Sushma Ghimire. I am an OSM Guru from the Open Mapping Hub campaign OG series, and here I have Ravi with me. Ravi and I will be leading the session for today, and the session today is focused on JOSM mapping plugin. We will be going through the various and interesting plugins and the most commonly used plugins throughout this session. And before starting this session, what I would like to request to you is let's make this session more interactive. I hope everyone has a laptop and mouse in front of them. I always prefer mouse whenever I am mapping because it's very much handy. So please set up mouse and laptop in front of you. And let's make this session more like a hands-on session. Let's make this session more interactive. Let's have a two-way communication rather than just one-way communication from me or the trainer, Guru Rabi. So let's move into our session. With that much info, let me share my screen. Okay. So yeah, as I have already mentioned, we will be going through the JOSM plugins for advanced editing. And let me do this. So yeah, if you do not have JOSM installed already in your laptop, or you would like to have a newest version of the JOSM throughout this training, so you can go to the website of this JOSM. This is the official website. Download the JOSM from here, or you can just simply type JOSM in the web browser, and this will take you to this page, and you can download the JOSM, because most of the sessions, in all of the sessions, we will be mapping in JOSM, so JOSM is must. So yeah, let's quickly move into the session. So throughout this session, we will be discussing about JOSM plugins. I usually pronounce it as JOSM because it's easier for me. So we will be discussing about the JOSM plugins, how to install these plugins. We will also be discussing how to identify the relevant plugins, how to use these plugins in specific use cases, and how these plugins can be handy, how these plugins can help you in the mapping process, because as you become more advanced in your mapping techniques, you may want to use some additional JOSM features and additional mapping features, which will allow you to just improve your mapping skills, right? Because JOSM has always been a powerful mapping tools because of these plugins, or because of this add-ons that you can install in your software. It provides you an extra functionality to the software, and we will be able to just map accordingly. And by the end of this session, we will be able to identify these plugins, and we will be able to utilize these plugins too. So let's quickly move on to the what are these plugins. We are saying plugins will add up the functionality, add up your mapping skills, will enhance the mapping technique. But what are plugins? Basically, the plugins are a software component that is added to a specific feature into an existing program. We can also say it like an extra tool that you can add to your toolbox that can help you get the job done. For example, you can add the building plugin to your JOSM, which will help you to map the building more efficiently. You can add the other similar plugins to the JOSM, other similar add-ons to your software that can help you map more efficiently, that can help you validate more efficiently. And these plugins can be basically developed by anyone. And these features can help you in data validation, adding, editing, and many more. We will be discussing all of this throughout this session. What makes JOSM powerful is just because it's I really believe that JOSM is powerful because of these plugins. So I had this plugin extension. We will be discussing about this third bullet in a while too. So I just want to you to just keep engaged in with you, and please keep this question in back of your mind, that are the plugins extension, are the plugins add-ons, what are plugins? We will be discussing this question at the end too. So to install the JOSM plugins, you can install it from the edit menu. Go to the edit menu in the JOSM and go to preferences. There is a plugin icon like this, and from the downloads list, you can update all the list of the available plugins and you will be able to download your JOSM plugins. So for this session, we will be using these plugins. So I would like all of you to have these plugins installed beforehand before we move into the session. So what you can do is, go to your JOSM. I will also do one hands on. So what you can do is go to the edit menu, go to the preferences, and you can see these plugins over here. Click the plugins and type the name of the plugins, building, and just check mark this box which is before this icon, right? Check this box and just click OK, and your plugin will be installed. For some plugins, you might also need to restart your JOSM, and for some plugins, it just installed automatically within your software. So yeah, let's do this first, and we will move into our session in a while. So please, I request everyone to go to their JOSM and install the plugins. I would like you to install all of these plugins because we will be using these plugins throughout our sessions, and doing this again and again will be a bit more messy in between. So go to edit, preferences. You will see the plugin icon over there. Click that and search the name of the plugin and just checkbox, click that checkbox and click OK. You are ready to go.
While we're waiting, letting them install, Sushma, so I asked them if they have the plugins in JOSM or they have installed it. Please chat done in the chat box so that Sushma and Guru Sushma and Guru Rabi may know that we can proceed into the next portion. Okay. So Sushma, I have a question while we're waiting for them with you. So among these plugins, which plugin did you first install when you were starting your journey in OpenStreetMap?
Building plugins was the first plugin that I installed, and the Contour Wars was the latest plugin that I installed. Yeah, my life was very simple after I explored Contour Wars. I should have explored this a lot earlier.
Thank you. So, yeah. How about you, Guru Rabi? What's your first and your latest installed plugin?
Thank you for the question, Mikko. My favorite plugin is Building Tool as well. And after Building Tool, I love exploring the OpenData plugin as well. And recently, I have downloaded the Terracer plugin. I have never used it before.
Okay, thank you very much, the Guru Rabi and Guru Sushma. So for me, if you're not asking, I'll insist myself in answering the question that I sent to you. So I only have one plugins in all of this, and it's only the buildings tool. So I'm going.
Yeah, buildings tools are the most used plugins, right? You just love it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. I think some are done. Feel free to, yes, I think we're having a lot of done already. Shrestha, we can proceed so that we will be able to continue. Thank you, Sushma and Rabi.
So, if we are done, I will move to the next session. Building plugin, my favorite plugin and my first plugin ever. So building plugin is a very helpful tool for digitizing the buildings. As you can see in the video playing over here too, that helps you to just digitize and trace the building footprint very easily. You can trace one side of rectangular building and easily extend the shape to the place where the building extends itself. If you are digitizing many buildings, then this plugin will save you clicks and thereby saving you the time and thereby increasing your efficiency. I can just go on talking about this plugin. This was my first plugin, as I already mentioned, and this makes your life easy while mapping in JOSM, I must say. So once the plugin has been installed, so let me also move into my JOSM. So I would also like all of you to download the training data.osm file that we have uploaded in the training exercise. This is the file that we will be using in our training. This and also the most important thing that I forgot to mention is, please do not upload anything from training data.osm into the OSM. This is just the sample data. This is just the training data that we have prepared specifically for this session. And I would like to request everyone to not upload these data into into OpenStreetMap database. So let me open my training data real quick. Okay, I cannot see downwards. Training data, yeah. So after you have just installed your plugin, what you can see is this building icon appears after you have installed your building plugin, and all of these icons appear after you have installed. This is the fastdraw icon. Here you can see a mapillary icon and many more. Yeah, we will be discussing a bit into this into details. Now let me just go into the building plugin. So let me also add the imagery. This training data.osm is the OSM file that we made, a replica OSM file that me and Guru Rabi prepared specifically for this session. And this training data.osm is real OSM data from the from eastern part of Nepal. And in Nepal, Bing and Maxar imageries are more clear. So after you load the Bing and training data.osm into JOSM environment, just load the Bing aerial imagery. It's more clear. So yeah, let's move into the building plugin. So select the building icon, which appears after you install the building plugin, or you can simply on your keyboard that will activate the building plugin. You can also see my mouse cursor changing after I click the B. I just click the B and the icon is changed. I will show you again. So I click the B, the icon changes. Now what I can do is zoom into the building that I want to trace. I will just select clearly visible building. Let me select this one. So what I can do is just click on one corner of the building, click on another corner of the building, and now I can extend this into rectangle. And here you go, you can just simply make a building with 4 nodes by just 2 clicks. I will show this one once again. So click one corner, click another corner, and you can extend this into a shape. So another interesting thing that comes with this building plugin is that traditionally what I would have to do is, let me show what traditionally I need to do. Traditionally what I need to do is just click on draw mode, click 1, 2, 3, 4, and in 5 click I am done with the shape. Now what I will do is make this orthogonal by Q. Q shortcut makes the shape orthogonal. Now what I need to do is tag this rectangular shape as building. So let me type building is equals to, let me keep the general tag, building is equals to yes. These are the steps that I need to do if I had not building plugin handy. So with building plugin, what I just now did is click the building plugin, click the one corner, click another corner, and just extend this, and voila, you are just ready to go. You can also see the tags are also automatically updated over here in tag window. Let me cut this conflict. I don't need validation as well. I need this window in upcoming session. So yeah, the tags are also automatically updated with this building plugin, and you can also see that the building shape are also orthogonal. So what I want to do next is I want to show another complicated shape that I can draw with this plugin. So let me just draw this building. So this building has a little bit of extension over here. So what I do usually is select the building plugin, select first corner, second corner, just go and click the X button and click in the midway where you want to add the node and extend the shape. So you can clear these complicated shapes, and now I adjust these shapes by a little bit. So yeah, the building plugin makes your life really easy. So you can go on and mapping the buildings like this on the go. So I hope this is enough. You can just practice your practice using this building plugin, get your hands on, and you will find this plugin really easy to move forward. So now let me move on to the next plugin, that is Utils plugin 2. This Utils plugin 2 is actually a shortcut plugin. This is how I refer to this Utils plugin. This Utils plugin provides you with the number of the shortcuts that you can use. The Utils plugin will give you the more tools icon added into the JOSM interface. I will show you in a while. So this plugin brings a lot of shortcuts that comes very much handy when you are doing advanced editing in the JOSM.
Sushma,
So yeah.
Okay. I think is it okay we pause for a few seconds? Let's just troubleshoot because I think some of them are having challenges with the file.
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, I'll just troubleshoot. Resalyn, is it okay for you to share your screen quickly so that we could share how to download the file? Can you try sharing your screen? So she said that she can copy the file, Sushma. Can you demonstrate how you used the file?
Yeah, how I did it was,
Again, yeah.
so you can go to the file, open, and just open the recently downloaded file. Here is my in the training. Sorry. Open. So you can search. I have a lot of files in my download section. So yeah, this is the file that I just downloaded. And this is the file. Click this file and click open, and the file will be open in your JOSM. This is the file that we will be using. And I have a 2 area. I just zoomed into this area because this is more like a rural area, rural part of Nepal, and you can easily digitize the building over here. It's much easier over here. So yeah, this is how I opened the .osm. Are we on the same page?
It's just can everyone send a heart if they can catch up? Were you able to transfer the training _OSM file to JOSM? Okay, I see here 1 heart, 4 hearts. Oh, Lalit is a kiss with a heart. 7. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we could proceed. Please feel free to chat. If you have any questions, me and Rabi will try to answer them via chat. So please proceed, Sushma.
So yeah, we will also do the hands-on on this building plugin. So let me just quickly go into the Utils plugin because these are kind of related, and we will be doing a hands-on together. So it will be easier for us. So Utils plugin, as I just mentioned, Utils plugin is basically a shortcut plugin for me personally. You can explore and feel and share your experience. How does it feels to you? So Utils plugin brings a lot of shortcut that you can use in advanced editing and during the validation. So Shift I, you can add nodes at the intersection. Control Shift G, you can replace the geometry. Shift I, you can paste the tag from the previous selection. Shift U, you can unselect the nodes. I will show this one by one. Let me show. Add node intersections. So what you can do is, let me just create a situation for this over here. Yeah, I will just create a situation for this over here. Okay. Let me just, yeah, let me just do this over here. So in the situations like this, where you can see there are two overlapping roads, and when you run the validation tool, where's my validation tool? Yeah. So when you run the validation tool, you can see that this section gives you the error. The error is because the two overlapping roads must have a node at the intersection, right? So what you can do in this case is, if you have utils plugin installed, so you can select this two roads and select this two roads and shift I, and node is added at the intersection. I will show this again. Select first road, select the second road. You can select the second road using shift and select, right? Select first road, shift, select road, second road, and shift I will add the node at the intersection. So similar to this, let me do it again. Shift I. Shift I will add the node, and sorry. And shift U will unselect the node. We have a shortcut for here. Shift I, the node was added, and if you do shift U, the node will be unselected. So while validating the highways, this kind of shortcuts come very handy, and you can just do your validation quickly, do the validation check and quickly add the node and correct the geometry very much quick. These shortcuts might be quite hard to remember in the beginning, but yeah, when you go on with the advanced editing, you will just remember these shortcuts. And another one that I had was, yeah, replace, paste the tags and replace geometry. So I will quickly also show you. So if I was to draw the road from this section has a missing highway. So what I will do is add the highway using the imagery underneath. So I will connect this highway in the existing road. So what I can do is, instead of selecting this road, go to this add button and clicking highways equals to something something. What I can do is, this highway is similar to this section of road in this area. So what I will do is select this highway, and in the next selection, I will select this section and do shift R. What this will do is copy the tag from this selection into this newly made highway. So I will show you this once again. So what I can do is select the highway from which the tag you want to copy, and selecting this will copy the tag in background. So what you can do now is select the newly made highway and just do shift R. This will copy the tag from this section, highway unclassified, to this section, highway unclassified. For example, if this section had, for example, let's say highway track, if this was the tag in this section, what this will do is select this highway and select this shift R. Sorry, shift R. So the tag will be copied from this selection to the newly made highway selection. So yeah, this kind of shortcuts are very much handy as we go on to the mapping, as we discuss about mapping very much efficiently. So I think let's do the hands-on for this kind of activity. I would like you to use the building plugin and make 5 to 10 buildings. I would also like you to try making the new road section, try copying the tag from one road section to another, try making the node at the intersection, try unselecting the recently selected node. Let's just try these activities, and we will be addressing whatever issue comes while doing this. So do we have any questions in the chat?
Sushma, we have a question here. Is there a way to make shift R apply automatically when adding many ways of the same type? Is there
Is there a way? I couldn't catch the question. Is there a way to?
is there a way to make Shift R apply automatically when adding many ways of the same type?
I'm not aware of that feature yet, so I don't think there is a way. So what you can, it's really easy. I don't think there is a way to do it automatically. I cannot recall any of those automated tools.
So far, there's no questions yet, Sushma. So maybe anyone from the call, if you have like a higher level, a faster level of automatically adding copying the tags from the previous one, previously selected feature in the many ways with the same type, feel free to chat it so that we could share it also for everyone. Okay. So yeah, I think what they're going to do, correct me if I'm wrong, Sushma, they're going to use the OSM training.osm file in the download, and then they could just map and try the buildings plugin and the fields to plug in, and also merge and copy the files.
Yeah. Please feel free to just trace 5 to 10 buildings. That will give you how it feels like using the building plugin. And you can use the simple shortcuts that I just shared, adding node at the intersection, unselecting the nodes, copying the tag from one selection to another. I think we can practice this simple.
Thank you, Sushma. So, Robert, I'm going to copy your question to the Google Classroom so that maybe we could get an answer there as well. Okay. And also, I'll try to share it to the other chat rooms so that if I find the answer, I'll definitely share it to you and share it to everyone.
Yeah, it will also be learning for me too. Yeah. I'd like to know about that. Yes, as well. Here's the tool. So maybe like we will do this for 2 or 3 minutes more and go on to the next session.
Yep.
I will also be using the building plugin and do some mapping instead of just. If you are confused with how to use building plugins, I am also mapping in the screen. So you just look at the screen and just know how is it done.
Sushma, I have a question. So for example, I mapped 5 buildings and did the copy the Shift R trick in JOSM. How do I save it? And then where does the file go later on?
So yeah, when if we were doing this in the live OSM file, you would just upload it. So for now, what you can do is click on the training.osm file and right click and just save it.
Okay. So when they're done doing all the plugins, they're just going to upload the OSM file later on, right?
Yeah. Do not upload this into OpenStreetMap. Upload it into our Google Classroom. Because this is just a sample training data that we prepared for this training. So yeah, please, by mistake, do not upload this into OpenStreetMap.
Yes, please.
This will create a lot of conflicts in OSM.
I'm the one who will clean this later on. So please, I'm begging everyone, do not upload.
Yeah.
Do not upload.
Yeah. We will have to do a lot of cleaning.
Yes. Do not upload, only save, like what Sushma shared. So please chat a heart, post a heart if you're done or almost done or you got the gist. So you could also do it in your own time later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see hearts now. 1 hearts. 1 hearts. 2. 3.
So yeah, well, I would also like to share my experience while using building plugin. In the first initial days, I would find it really difficult to actually map using building plugins because it would require me to understand how the extension works. It was pretty much difficult to just get hands-on at first day. So yeah, obviously you might find a little bit difficult if you are using building plugin for the first time. But yeah, trust me, when you move on with the time and move on with using building plugin, your life will really get easy. So yeah, just keep the patience and keep practicing.
I think, Sushma, we can proceed to the next plugin.
So yeah, the next plugin, before going to the next plugin, wait. I have a shortcut, replace geometry shortcut over here. I would like to also discuss. I'll just quickly show how this replace geometry works. So, and we will move into the next plugin. So let's see to this area. So if I were to be mapping this area is a mess. You can see the buildings probably were digitized using the old imagery. And now the context is already changed. Building structures are already changed. And if I go and just try to clean this area one by one, it will take me a lot of time moving these nodes one by one, because you do not want to lose the history existing behind this building. And this is a real tedious job to do. So what we can do with utils replace geometry extension tools is that, so how I do is select the file, click the new layer. For now, turn off this data layer. It will just confuse you with this watermarks or something like this. So how I do is, sorry, I have a lot of training.osm open. So yeah, so how I do this is I create the new JOSM file. I create the new buildings. Sorry. So I create the new buildings on my own, with my own knowledge, with my own skill, on my own pace. So let me do it for a few buildings over here. I'm creating building using building plugins. So how I do this is, so just quickly, I will move this. So yeah, I will create two more building over here. So I just made few buildings over here. So in training.osm layer, how this one looks like is, so yeah, this area looks like this. I just remap this area into this. So now what I want to do is replace this geometry directly into my training.osm layers. Let me also delete this section. It's creating confusion for me. So what I want to do is I select this recently created building. You can also do Control A and Control Shift M, or you can find this is edit section. Do merge selection, not merge layer. Please do not select merge layer. Do merge selection, and I want to merge this selection with training data.osm. So I do merge selection. So what happens from this point? This is really interesting. I don't want to lose you over here. So what happens in this point is, so you can see now there are two buildings in this area. One is the building created by me. Another is the building that is that was already there. This one is the building that was created by some author, and this one is the building that I recently created. Also, let's see, this is the building that I just created, and this one was the building that was already here. So what I do from this point is I just replace the geometry without losing the history of this mapper. What I do is select two buildings where I want which geometry I want to replace, and go to the more tools and select replace geometry. So now what happens is my newly digitized building remains with the history of my previous author. So now the author's contribution also remains, my new changes also remains. So this building, this geometry over here will have my contribution along with the previous contributor. So I will not lose any history of this geometry. This is how you do. So let me also show for this section, this one, and this one I want to remove. So Control-Shift-G, or you can also do replace geometry. Sorry, this one and this one. More tools, Control-Shift-G, yeah. So by this way, I do not lose the history of the previous author, and I also have the geometry updated. So this is an additional geometry maybe. So if this is the wrongly mapped building, I will just delete this one only. I will not delete the existing geometry over here. So this is how you preserve the history for historical contribution of the previous contributors who do not want to just let their contribution go away just because the imagery or the feature over there was updated. So yeah, this is how you do it. You can practice replacing this geometry afterwards in a while. So I think we can move on to the next plugin. If we have any questions, I would like to address this. If not, I would like to move into the next session.
Please proceed, Sushma. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You do not lose the history of the contributors by this methodology. And also, it is really easy to map newly map any area rather than just making changes into the already mapped area. It's difficult to navigate what are the changes, what changes you need to make. So yeah. So other than this shortcuts, there are also other shortcuts that Utils plugin offers you. Split object for splitting object, when do Alt X, and for maintaining the symmetry, mirroring the selected node and ways, you can do Alt Shift S. And there are numbers of shortcuts listed over here. You can also explore this in your free time. So please feel free to reach out after you just experiment with these shortcuts and have any difficulties. I will be very happy to help you how you can proceed forward with advanced editing and mapping. So next plugin is our Map with AI plugin. This is the most
Sushma,
yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting again. I think Topendra will ask a question.
Yeah. Is there a question?
Yes, Topendra, please unmute yourself.
Hey, hello. Uh, Evening, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm from Nepal, and my question is mainly in context of Nepal, the updateness of satellite map is very slow. So, during the field survey, the real-time location of any place, including its feature, can be determined, right? Is there any way to digitize those features in OSM?
Yeah, we will be going to the field mapped data, how to upload the field map data, how to upload the CSV maps in the upcoming sessions. Yeah, we have also to cover that topic in this session, and that will also come.
Thank you.
In a while. So yeah, let's move on to the Map with AI plugin. So this Map with AI plugin will help you use the AI generated data sets and load into the JOSM, and just you can map those using this. You can map and make changes into OpenStreetMap using these AI generated data sets. So how you do it in ID editor is using Rapid AI, and in JOSM how you do is by installing the Map with AI plugin. So how you do it is, at first you download the data, and in the second step you just pull that downloaded data into your JOSM data layer. So let me quickly show you how to do this. So how we do this is, if you have already installed Map with AI, so what you should see is Map with AI menu in this data menu, Map with AI sub menu in this data menu, or Map with AI also will appear in your main menu. So go to data, go to Map with AI, and just click download data, or you can also do Control R. So yeah, I have a two data over here. Let me just delete. This will create a confusion. So data, Map with AI. So now the AI data is being generated for my training data.osm layer. So yeah, this is the AI generated data. So from now, what I can do is I will just see the building footprint is correctly traced by this AI or not. And if this is correctly generated, so what now I will do is select this building. So click the shift button and just click selecting the buildings that is correctly generated by AI. So let's do this is also correctly generated. So this one is also correct. This one is also correct. While I need to make some minor adjustments over here. This one is also correct. So this one is also correct. This one is also correct. This one. So what I do after this is do A. Now this data will be transferred into my current working data layer. You can see this data is now transferred into training data.osm, and in map with AI layer, this will disappear. And in training data.osm layer, this will appear as a pink borders. So I will now know which one is AI generated data and which one is already existing data. So this one had a little bit of adjustment needed to make. So I will just click this and yeah, there you go. So like this, you can just pull out the data from the AI and just copy and paste into your current data layer. So I will quickly show you this again. So this one also seems right to me. This one also seems right to me. This one, sorry, this one. So all this seems right to me. I think this is correct. This is correct. This is also correct. So yeah, just select the features that you think is correct, and after you are done selecting, just click Shift A, or you can go into map with AI and add selected data. So yeah, this selected data will be added to your current working data layer. And you can make the adjustment you need to make and upload it into OpenStreetMap. For now, we are not uploading that. So yeah, this is how you map with AI. So do we have any questions?
We have one question, Sushma. Okay. But Rabi answered it already. So the question by Krishna was, can we rotate the building in JOSM? So Rabi answered, please select the building and then press Control Shift and move your mouse left and right to rotate it. So far, no questions. Sushma, amazing work and very exciting with this map with AI. Another question. Yeah. Go ahead.
Another question.
Stephen asked, map with AI, does it just add buildings?
So it also adds the highways. So it adds any data that is in our AI. So see this, there is a highway that AI has suggested. So what I would like to just stress just now is recently there was a big discussion about do we need to use AI for mapping. So what was being done is all the AI generated suggestions were accepted. So instead of doing that, what we need to do is we need to validate the AI generated data set. We need to check, do we want to add this into our data layer or not? And if this is the right mapping, we add into our data set. And if this is not the right mapping, if you do mapping with some different way, I would recommend not to add this into data layer. So if the AI suggests the AI data set according to the area and according to data they have in database, and in this area we can see the highway. I have also mapped some of the ponds and lake and river with the AI generated data. So yeah, it totally depends upon the area. So how I do for this highways, click this and just do my usual way, Shift A, and this will go into our current data layer. Make sure the highway is connected to the existing highway, and you are ready to go. I would like you to try this plugin. It's really interesting. Mapping with AI. The AI data is being brought into OpenStreetMap. It's really interesting.
There's another question. Sushma, can we also do this for land cover? If I think that is what I'm understanding from Harish.
So if the AI suggests data, you can pull those data into data layer. For
Okay.
example, in this area, this land cover, this forest area, this not actually a forest, this area is not being suggested by AI. So I cannot bring this. So the data that is being served from the AI totally differs from area to area. In this area, what we could see is the buildings. There were buildings and highway, some minor highway suggestions and major building suggestions. So yeah, if AI suggests the land cover, then we can totally bring it. It differs from area to area. So I guess we can move into the next plugin.
Sorry, Sushma, I was on mute. So we have another question from Anne. Does the AI use the imagery selected in JOSM or whatever it thinks is best? Because I get useless results sometimes.
So yeah, the AI may or may not use the imagery that we have loaded in the JOSM. That's why you need to validate. That's why you need to check if there is option you to do, if there is a changes you would like to make. It's not necessary that AI will be using this particular imagery. The imagery or the source, the data that is being generated in the AI database might differ from the imagery. It totally depends upon places to places and situations.
Thank you, Sushma. I guess we could proceed. I'll just forward the questions later on in the classroom.
So yeah, so the next plugin that we want to discuss is mapillary plugin. So mapillary, I hope most of you know about the mapillary. Mapillary allows you to just, mapillary gives you the street level imagery. So what is being done in the OSM ecosystem is that you go to the street level imagery and digitize the data that is being seen from the street level imagery. So let me show how we do in this JOSM. So for this, you will need mapillary plugin already installed. I hope all of you have that. And the mapillary street level imagery need to be uploaded in this area. You can upload your street level imagery in the mapillary website. Let me, yeah. So this is the mapillary website where the street level imageries are freely opened, are uploaded. Let me zoom into Nepal. So in Nepal, there is a good mapillary imagery coverage in the capital of Nepal. And we are working in this area and there is not much mapillary imageries in this area. So in center of Nepal, in Kathmandu region, there are a lot of mapillary images. So I'll also move to the Kathmandu, that is the capital of Nepal. This is where we will be working for mapillary imagery. So what we need to do is mapillary provides you street level imagery. So let's just do this imagery and add mapillary as one of the imagery. So this, here you go. These dots represent the, these dots and node represent the place which contains the imagery. Let me click one of those. So you can see this is the imagery, that is street level imagery that was captured. Let me click this one. So this is the imagery. Yeah. So this is the imagery that is geotagged imagery that is taken from this place. The imagery is not actually 360, it's 278 degree. This is the geo information of the imagery. It was taken on August 26, 2022. It is quite recent. So with this imagery, I can map the area with the help of this imagery. How we do this is just when you click this node, what you can see is this bird's eye view in this section. You can see this, right? So this is the direction from which the imagery is being captured. From this point facing this direction, the imagery is being captured and the area of coverage is shown using this icon. So what you understand from this is this imagery is captured from this street and this in this direction, in the left direction. So what I do is, what I understand from this node is that there is a Gangabu Chowk situated in this node. So when I move from, and also I can also see there is a Gangabu Binayak Saving and Credit Cooperative Limited, City Express money transfer in this area. So what I do now is I add the features in OpenStreetMap using this mapillary image. So mapillary image has amazing feature. It just blurs out the personal features. So what I do is, with the reference of this imagery, this is pointed in this direction. So this is a Gangabu Chowk, I know. So I place a node over here. I place the node, and what I do is, let me minimize this. So what I do is add, so Chowk here in Nepal is a neighborhood. It's a neighborhood. Okay, and I also name it's I also know the name. So its name is equals to Gongabu, I guess. Yeah, it's Gongabu, right? So it's Gongabu, CHOWK. So yeah, so I just map this area using this mapillary information. So this is how we do it. You can map this corporative limited, which is amenities goes to bank. So what I do is, using this node and the direction of this node, I can just add another node. I can keep moving, toggling the image, and I can see what are the features that here it shows Hungry Bites and Restaurant Cafe. So this image is related to this node. That means the left direction from this node has Hungry Bites and Restaurant Cafe. In this building, there is Hungry Bites and restaurant and cafe. So with the help of this node, I am able to identify that in field there is Hungry Bite and Restaurant Cafe in this building. So what I do is, I add node over here. I add node over here. I can go to search preset, cafe, select. I know the name, Hungry Bites and Restaurant. Hungry Bites and Bites Restaurant Cafe. Restaurant and cafe. So I know the address, phone number. You can also put this address and phone number over here, and you have now mapped the Hungry Bites and Restaurant Cafe with the help of mapillary image. This is how we do it. So is there any question?
No question so far.
So yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Sushma. Topendra, feel free to unmute yourself for your question.
Is the accuracy of those images according to its location accurate? How accurate is that location?
Accuracy of the image totally depends upon the camera GPS that you are using. So if you are using the GoPro, if you are in not densely packed building, if there is no transmission line, if the GPS signals are clear, then yes, the geotag image gives the quite good accuracy. And if the geotag image do not contain the accurate location, it might have a little bit of offset. So in that case, what I like to do is, I like to just see the color of the building and the color of the building that is being shown in the mapillary image and the color of the building or the roof that I can see in the satellite image. And I just compare them and check how the mapillary image is, how much of the accuracy that I am getting from the mapillary image. That's how I check.
What is the extent of this mapillary?
So extent of this mapillary image completely depends upon the type of image that you are taking in the field. You can see that when I click this node, you see the direction is 266 degrees. So yeah, the image is not 360, it's 266 degree covered and in the left direction. This is how you do it. See the metadata of the imagery and you will be able to know the information about the images.
Thank you, Sushma.
And excuse me. Up to what extent of the world this mapillary is completed or anything?
So mapillary, you can see the mapillary image coverage in the mapillary website. Just type mapillary.com and you will land into this page. So this is the world imagery coverage of the mapillary as of today. So when you zoom into the Nepal, as I already showed you, this is Kathmandu region. We have this much of coverage here in Nepal. So yeah, this website comes really handy when you want to know the coverage of mapillary imagery.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't think we have any questions, Sushma.
So yeah, I hope you got a little bit of hands-on for this plugins. These plugins are quite advanced plugin. I would recommend you practicing these plugins one or few times more, and you will just get a hand on it. So now I would like to pass to Guru Rabi. So enjoy your time, Rabi.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you, Guru Sushma, for highlighting about the JOSM plugins. And thank
Shall
you, host Mikko, as well.
Can I stop sharing my screen?
Yeah, okay. Hello, everyone. I am Rabi Shrestha, geometric engineer, currently working at Nepal Electricity Authority Engineering Company. And today, along with Guru Sushma, I am going to explain about the various JOSM plugins. Okay, I'd like to share the screen. Is my screen shared?
Yes, Rob. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining from different parts of the world. And in the participant list, I can see lots of participants who know about the geospatial data, or either they are geospatial enthusiasts. So we are used to collecting the field data from various applications, various open as well as various other applications. Like we generally use Kobo Collect, Open Data Kits, and even hand GPS to collect the point of interest data from the field. And besides to that, we also use even organic maps to collect the field data. And after collecting the field data, if we want to upload those point of interest or any other data on the OpenStreetMap platform, then we can easily upload those data with the help of this OpenData plugin. OpenData plugin is one of my favorite plugin after the building, as I said earlier as well. And this plugin is designed especially to ease the analysis of the geographic data, and it is an open portal as well. Using this plugin, we can upload various kinds of data that we have collected from the field, like CSV, XLS, KML, or even SAFE file. We can easily drag and drop and upload those data into the OSM after verifying them properly. And I would like to show the demo of this plugin in the JOSM as well. I hope everybody have downloaded these files that we have dropped in the chat link. I want to show that we can easily load the file like KMZ or even SAFE file or CSV using the OpenData plugin. Here I have already installed the OpenData plugin. Now I will just drag and drop this KMZ file here, and here we can easily see easily load the KMZ file here using this OpenData plugin. Now I will load here the imagery as well. So in this way, we can load the KMZ file as well. Now I will show how to load other kinds of file as well. Here I have also added the SAFE file. Now, if I want to load the SAFE file, then I will drag and drop this .ssp file into the JOSM if I have installed the OpenData plugin. In this way, we can visualize the various types of file format using this OpenData plugin. So I don't need this right now, so I am deleting this. And the other type of file that I want to show is this point of interest data, which is collected using the hand GPS. During field survey, we have collected this data, point of interest data, and here the name of the school, temple, and various other features are here. And whether it is school or temple or playground, I have cleaned this data as well. If you have exported this using the hand GPS or any other Popo Collect or ODK, then at first we need to clean this data. This is the title of the data, and these are the attribute data. And while uploading it on OSM, we have to add the proper tags, that is key equal to value. Your key for this amenity, key for this feature is name is to en, because it is in the English language. And in the OpenStreetMap, while uploading this point of interest, we have to give proper tag, whether those are amenities, whether those are different other facilities or something. We can clean if we clean those data beforehand, then while uploading it, then it will be there will be lots of easy work. And here we have this special information, that is we have lat and long of the collected data. Now we are going to upload this data on the OpenStreetMap. This is in the CSV format. Now I am going to drag and drop this on the JOSM. Now, at first, it will ask you for the projection as well. So the data that we have collected from the field may be of different projection, like WGS84 or even UTM marketer or any other projection. If I have collected the data using the UTM projection, then I can define the UTM projection zone if I know that as well. In case of Nepal, the UTM zone varies from 44 N to 47 N. So we can add this, and if it is in the North Hemisphere or South Hemisphere, we can adjust them accordingly. But right now, I am going to add this projection as WGS84 geographic, and just click on OK. Now these are the points. These are the points data that I have located here. You can see here as well. And all these points have different information. Now I will see each of this feature individually and check whether they have the right tagging or not, whether some tags are missing or not. And after finalizing and validating these all data, I am going to upload this data. Now let me load the imagery as well. Let me check the first data. In this point, it is said that it is a temple. So here amenity equal to temple is added, and I know that this is not the right tag for the temple. And we know we must give the tag for this. To the right tag for this is amenity equal to place of worship for this point data. And I know this is a Hindu temple, so I can add here other metadata as well. If I want to add other metadata, then I can simply click on the add, and I can add here religion equal to Hindu, and I simply click on OK. Now this data is finally okay to upload. Now let's move to another data. Okay, let's move to this data. This is school data of the school. Now let's check if all the tags are okay or not here. Here as well, amenity equal to school. Do you think this is the right tag for school? This may be the right tag, but here school is capitalized. But in OSM, the tags are case sensitive as well. So here small s is used instead of the capital S. So I'm going to click on OK. Now you can see the icon here of the school. And likewise, you can check other data as well. This is the temple as well. I'm going to add here amenity equal to place of worship. And I'm going to add here religion equal to Hindu. But sometimes you may not know which tag to give for which type of amenities. For that, please visit tag finder. There you can simply search for the right tag, and you can give tag here accordingly. Like this, you can easily add data and clean data on the JOSM. And after completing all this, then you can upload it on OSM. But this is a training session right now, and we do not recommend to upload these all data, as these data are already on the OpenStreetMap. I hope you are familiar. I hope you are now familiar with this plugin. If there are any question, I would like to take your question. Are there any questions regarding this open data plugin?
Hi, Rabi. I don't think we have any questions related to the open
Yeah.
plugin.
Okay, Mikko, we are in sort of time as well, so I'm going to
Okay.
hurry up.
Sorry, Rabi. Topendra is asking a question.
Okay, please.
Go ahead, Topendra.
I just saw the data of that plugins, but there was not present any elevation data. So how does it portray the terrain of the place?
This is just the point data collected from the field, and for elevation, we must pick these imageries, cyclo OSM, to check the elevation data. And after clicking here, a different types of imagery is loaded here. And this will give you the information of the elevation. This is the contour here. It says 140 meters from the sea level. And this is the field data. And in field data, we did not collect the elevation data. So in this point, we do not have the elevation data as of now. But if we load this imagery cyclo OSM, then we can predict the elevation of this point as well. Question?
Thank you.
Now let us move to the another plugin, to-do list. I hope everybody prepare their to-do list to make things organized in their life and to do things effectively and efficiently. Likewise, here as well, to not to miss any point and to upload the things easily, effectively, and not to miss any point, then we use to-do list. With this plugin, we can arrange and upload all this data in a systematic way. So I am going to show how we can use this to-do list. As in the slide as well, here it says it implements a simple to-do list of objects. This is just a simple plugins that makes things systematic and organized. So I just turn off the imagery. Here, these are few of the points that I have loaded using the CSV file. Now, here I have added just only few points, about 9 points. But if I have 100 of points, and I may miss some of the points, so to ensure that we did not miss any of the point before uploading, then we use the help of the to-do list. And to make the to-do list visible on your window, please go here, please click here on the window, and here is the to-do list. Please click here and you can see the to-do list on your window here. Now, if I want to use the to-do list plugin for this data, I simply select all this data. Here, all the data are selected, and now I click on here add button. Now, after clicking on add button here, it adds all the points that I have selected. Now I will turn on the imagery. Now, if I zoom in this data, then I simply visit the first point that I will clean. Now, after clicking in zoom in, that in simply redirect you to the point that you want to edit or that you should not miss. So here the tagging is not correct, so I corrected the tagging. And even if you want to shift this point, you can move this point alongside. And now this is the right tag for the school. Now, if I think this is okay, then I simply mark it as done. And when I click it as marked done, then it send me to the another point. And in another point, it is shown as playground. Then let's add the right tag for the playground as well. I know the tag for the playground is leisure equal to playground. So this is the tag for playground, and I think this is done as well. So after I think this is done, then I simply click in mark as done, and it redirects me to the another point. Like this, we can we can do it and make all the points, make all the data clean. And after completion, after completing all the data, I have just completed 2 data here. So it has so we can see here 2 by 9 and 22.22% completed. And when I complete it 100%, then the list will be empty, and we are finally done, and it is 100% done, and we can upload this data on the OpenStreetMap. So is there any question? Or do you want to do some hands-on session using this data, using this sample POI data?
So I guess we can have a little bit of hands-on.
Yeah, so I would like to request everyone to please use this sample POI data to add on this JOSM interface. And if there are any questions, we would like to address them as well.
Okay, thank you, Rabi. I think with the spirit of time, we can proceed, but please do take note that this plugin will be the work that you'll be doing with this plugin and this OpenData plugin and CSV file will be submitted for the certificate of completion. So please go ahead, Rabi. I don't see any questions so far.
Oh, I have a bit of thing to share. So there was a question in previously that how do we upload in field collected data in OpenStreetMap ecosystem. So I guess this OpenData plugin and to-do list plugin will help you do that the field collected data are usually in the CSV format and you can easily upload it using the JOSM feature. I remember the question was asked earlier, so I hope the question is also addressed. I just wanted to highlight this.
Thank you, Sushma. Correct me if I'm wrong also, Rabi. You can also use KML file to transfer it using this plugin, the OpenData file. Yeah.
Transform means change projection or just load, Mikko?
Yeah. Pardon?
Transform means you want to change projection of the KML data or something other.
No, Rabi, like you shared the CSV file, you could actually drag and drop it to JOSM, right? The CSV file, if you're prepared it. But I think I tried before that. I also used KML and GeoJSON, and it also captures it, and you could drag and drop it in JOSM if you have this OpenData plugin. So it's very useful for other file types.
Yeah, Mikko, right.
There you go. Yes, supported file formats.
And beside to Mikko, do you want to say something?
I think there's a question. Can you, Topendra, I'll allow you to talk. Can you share your question?
Actually, I didn't get any perfect answer for my question. So please, can you portray my question by giving any visual answer?
Like what type of data do you want to load in JOSM, like CSV format or KMZ or save file or any other?
Yeah, actually, the fields are collected data are in CSV format, so I want to load CSV in the OSM.
Yeah, if the CSV have the spatial information like latitude and longitude or easting and northing, we can easily press the file in the JOSM.
Can you please
understand?
Give a demo of it?
Okay, I'll do it again. So this is the CSV data that I have collected from the field using the hand GPS. Now here we have latitude and longitude information, from the collected data. Now, if I want to load this data and upload it on OpenStreetMap, then I simply drag and drop this on OpenStreetMap, and it asks you for the projection. And if you know the projection of your data, then you can simply add the projection. But right now I am going to add WGS 84 geographic as a projection, so it does not shift. And I'm going to click on OK. Now, after clicking on OK, here we have a 9 point of interest data. You can see here the name of the school, temple. These are the 9 point of interest data. And we here as well, all the data have been located successfully. And if you want to visualize it on satellite imagery, I'm going to load the base map, which is Maxar Premium Imagery. And with the help of this imagery, we can visualize the data that we have collected from the field. Hope I address your question.
Thank you. I got it.
Welcome.
Thank you, Rabi. No more questions so far.
Okay, moving forward, I would like to explain about this faster tool as well. During validation, we have to give lots of feedback and advice to the fellow mapper. They used to validate, they used to map the polygon land use simply by making square and rectangle, which is not correct. To map the land use more precisely, as before as well. One of the participant has asked about can we create land use using the OpenStreetMap? Yes, we can. But to map the land use more precisely, we use this fastdraw plugin. And this fastdraw plugin eases the digitization project for large and complex shapes. We can easily map, trace the forest and even rivers, lakes, and road using this fastdraw in a simple and efficient way. And to use this fastdraw, we need to download it. So here I am going to use the training file that we have sent you, this training data. And I am going to load the Maxa imagery. Now this is the forest. Now if I want to digitize this forest, then in earlier day we used to simply create node and map this using this way. But recently most of the mapper used to map this like this, which does not map this land use more precisely. So if we use this faster tool, then this issue can be addressed more properly. So I am going to teach how to use this faster tool. If you want to use the shortcut, then you can simply press Shift plus F while using the fastdraw, or we can click here on the pencil button here and just left click on your mouse and just drag your mouse like this. You can simply create lots of node using this faster tool. It will save you lots of time and it will help you map this land use more precisely. Just moving your mouse and at last you have to double click on the already established node and just press enter. This will just press enter 2 times and this will make you create a land use this way. But this is not tagged right now, so I am going to add the tag as well. And we know that for tagging this wood, we are going to tag natural equal to wood. I have been here already. So if you don't know how to tag, if you know the proper tag for this, you can add from here as well. But if you don't know, you can search from here as well for the wood. And you can tag from here as well. Similarly, if I want to map this phone, then simply left click on your mouse and drag your mouse. And at the last, please double click and press enter twice. In this way, you can map land use as well as rivers, road using this faster tool. Now moving forward, let us learn about this interesting plugin as well, contour merge. This tool is used to patch the adjacent area here as shown in the figure. This one is a lake and this one is a forest. But if we know these two share same boundary, then we can use the contour merge to make them share the same boundary. Here in between them we can see the gap, but in real field there may not be gap. So sometimes to make map more precise and accurate, we use this contour merge to map the features like lake, forest, riverbed, residential area, and make them share same boundary. I'm going to give a quick demo. Here, this is forest. I'm going to map this first. This is map using fastdraw, as I said earlier. And I'm going to tag it as forest. Now I know this is farmland. I'm going to map the farmland using the same plugin, which is fastdraw. Tag this as farmland. Now we can see here there is a gap between this farmland and wood. Now, if I want to make them share same boundary, then we can use the help of contour merge. Here you can see contour merge on left of your toolbar. And after clicking on this contour merge, we must select the nodes which we want to patch. Here I want to patch this to this, and this to this. So yeah, so if I want to patch, then we can move the farmland to here, or either we can move the forest to the farmland. Either way, which we think the correct, we can shift them accordingly. I hope you understand this. If you did not understand this, I will go with this session again. We'll go with this plugin again. Just to use the contour merge, first you have to select this contour merge tool on your left of your window, and select the nodes that you want to join or share border with. Now, after clicking here, you can see the symbol of the contour merge here. And if I want to make them share same boundary, then I simply left click here and move it to here. In this way, you can use this contour merge. And we have also added the assignment session to make you more friendly with this plugin as well. So during submission, if you have any problem, please write to us. We'll be there for help as well. And the last problem that we are going to
Rabi, before
yeah,
we
Mikko.
proceed, I do apologize that we will be needing to extend a bit. But there's a question here. If there is another polygon shape within polygon, how can it remove on this polygon?
Sorry, Mikko, I didn't get your question.
If there is another polygon shape within polygon, how can it remove on this polygon?
You mean multi-polygon? Polygon inside polygon?
I'm not sure. Milan, can you unmute and share? Okay, multi-polygon, yes.
If there's any other polygon shape within polygon, how can? I think if we the case of multi-polygon is different to contour merge, Mikko. Now, if I want to create multi-polygon inside it, then it will be a different case. But if this is one multi-polygon and I want to patch it with some other land use, then we can patch it. But inside of the multi-polygon, it is different.
Okay. Okay. I hope it was able to answer your question, Milan.
Yeah.
Please confirm. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Rabi.
Perfect. Welcome, Mikko. And this is the last plugin that we are going to teach today. And this is the mapillary plugin. With the help of this plugin, we can easily detect the non-orthogonal, non-grounded, or even the overlapping building just in one click. This makes validation job much more easier. And even with the help of this plugin, we can easily orthogonalize the building. I'm going to show how. And beside to this, we can also select the residential area more easily and quickly. So in this layer, there are lots of non-orthogonal building. So if I want to select all the non-orthogonal building at once, then I'm going to use this mapillary plugin and simply click on select non-orthogonal building. Then it will select you all the non-orthogonal building in this data layer. And even if I want to make all these non-orthogonal building orthogonal, I am going to press shortcut Q, which makes all these non-orthogonal building as orthogonal building now. This plugin makes things a lot easier. And even if I have to pick a residential area here, if I click on pick residential area, then it simply make you visualize. It simply make you choose the residential area. But for this, sometimes it asks you for please choose few of the buildings in the data frame layer. Let me do it again. Yeah, okay. If when I click pick residential area, then it simply make you this polygon, and it already tag you as land use equal to residential. So this is the way to pick the residential area as well. And while choosing the residential area, it depends upon your screen how much building is visible on the screen. If this much building is visible on the screen, then it pick residential area in this visible layer. And if more buildings are visible, then it picks more area as the residential area. So with the help of this mapillary plugin, we can select non-orthogonal building, non-rounded, and even square them and pick the residential area as well. So beside to this plugin, there are other interesting plugin as well. As we are in short of time, so we just describe about few of these plugins which we use in our daily life. There are other plugins like Direct Upload, Edit GPX, Splinex, Reverter. These plugins you may explore during your free time, or even if you get any problem in any of these plugin mentioned above or here, you can feel free to message us in the classroom, then we'll get back to you. And we also have assignment for you. We have added all the assignment in the classroom as well. There are some theory questions, some of them are practical hand-on session. Please feel free to upload them on the classroom, and after successful submission of your assignment, we'll be handing you the certificates for participating in this event. This is all from my side. Over to you, Mikko.
Thank you so much, Guru Rabi and Guru Sushma. So before we go, this assignment is already in classroom. So the only way we could provide the certificate is if you've gone through the assignment. So if there are any questions, you need clarification, support, anything, please do comment in the classroom so that we could directly message you or inform you how and support you how to work upon these challenges. So before you go, if you've attended the whole training, for now, kindly fill up this form. It will be also for your certificate if ever you've completed the activity. So you could answer this in advance, but make sure that, and we're going to make sure that we are going to check that you've submitted the activities before we release the certificate. So feel free to answer this so that we could give Guru Sushma and Guru Rabi a warm thanks and a very, very informative session. I've learned so much, Rabi and Sushma, from the bottom of my heart and the Open Mapping Hub Asia Pacific. I would really like to thank you for this dedication in setting up this training.